We all take good care of the things that matter: our homes, our pets, our cars. Are you doing the same for your brain? Acting early to protect brain health may help reduce the risk of dementia from conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Studies have found that up to 45% of dementia cases may be prevented or delayed by managing risk factors you can change. Make brain health a priority. Ask your doctor about your risk factors and for a cognitive assessment. Learn more at brainhealthmatters.com.
Welcome to Heaving Bosoms, the podcast where two best friends recap romance novels while rereading the book and really getting into these details.
Stack our shelves with the clinches out. Shout it from the rooftop, can you hear the sound? Yeah. Live your best life, love it out loud. Love it out loud.
Hey HBs! This Friday on Patreon and our Apple Podcast subscription, we're talking about books 1 and 2 in this series. That's Game Changer, Scott and Kip's book, and Tough Guy, Ryan and Fabian's book. Scott and Kip were just featured in episode 3 of Heated Rivalry, the TV show, and personally, I don't know, I love their book. I've heard that's a fairly hot take, but frankly, nobody can take my golden retrievers from me. We're actually running a holiday sale for Patreon subscriptions, so if you've been on the fence, now would be a great time to join. Between today and December 31st, you get 25% off any membership. Head to patreon.com/Heaving Bosoms podcast. They've also made it really easy to gift subscriptions, so if you've got an HB in your life, that's an option for the holiday season. We have some wonderful people who are part of our Patreon community, and I'm excited to shout out some of those besties right now. Thank you from our bosoms to yours. Tabitha MP, Dylan C, Nikki P, Laurel, Glurech, and Winnie. Patreon is where you can find these episodes early and all in one shot and ad-free. You get our live virtual events like the Heated Rivalry watch parties we're doing right now, bonus episodes, and tons more. All right, this week we're covering the second half of Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reid. If you haven't heard our coverage of the first half, pause here and check out the episodes we released last week, and then come back. Here's part 3 of 4 of Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reid. Sabrina.
Hello. Are you ready to finish talking about Heated Rivalry?
How many times have I listened to part 2 again, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. The answer is 2 more times.
Wow. How many times have I reread this since we last talked? None.
That's fine.
I have way too many things going on to be rereading things.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't change the fact that I am super fucking excited to finish talking about this.
All right, HBs, when we left off, Shane had just gotten broken up with by Rose Landry because he is, in fact, a homosexual. And she doesn't like what that dick do.
Wait,
you know what I mean? He doesn't perform in a way that she's excited about.
Melody fucking Carlisle, I need you to take a fucking step back.
Sure,
Did you
ma'am.
say homosexical?
Yes, I did. He's a tried and true homosexual, and ladies don't like the way his dick works for him.
Well, no.
He's just pretty
Objectively,
apathetic.
They're fine. Yeah, they're fine with the way his dick works, because, like, boy, he can hammer those hips, you know, as a hockey man.
You know,
but, like,
yeah. But, like, it's tough to, I mean, with an erectile dysfunction situation that Shane implies. Like,
well,
sorry.
erectile dysfunction situation that he implies with Rose specifically. He's like, yeah, it's hard to get it up, even though she's a
hot,
Hottie
awesome,
McHutterson.
Wonderful. Yeah, the best lady ever.
She just doesn't do it for me. And it's like, you know what, Shane? That's fair. That's rough, but that's fair.
That's fair. And Rose is a beauty queen about it. She's so sweet. She's the best. She's going to stay friends with him forever, Z's.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be the best. Yeah. Meanwhile, Ilya is so fucking freaked out about the fact that Shane mayhaps has a girlfriend and they're probably married by now. 2 weeks later, when they're going to the All-Star game in Tampa Bay.
Ilya is such a catastrophizer because he's literally like, they're going to get married and settle down in Ottawa. And they're going to have 2.5 kids and a white picket fence. And they're going to be beautiful Canadian
And he's never going to want to talk to me
lovers.
again. Yeah.
And we're never going to talk. And I'm going to never message him because that looks desperate. But also like, and then Ilya is at the All-Star game, like at the bar of the hotel, and he's in like full like Hawaiian shirt, vacation time looks.
I'm pretty sure he has matching shirt and shorts on that all have palm trees on them. I'm pretty sure it's like a set situation.
Yeah.
That I cannot get out of my head. I love it so much. He says that he thought it would be funny.
But so now he's like, oh no, this isn't funny because Shane walks in looking like a snack.
Looking like $10 million.
Shane walks, and this is so fucking funny to me because Shane walks up and Ilya's like, wow, you look like shockingly good right now. What happened? Is Rose buy your clothes now? And Shane's like, no, I hired a stylist actually.
He's like, well, so he says, if you promise not to make fun of me or tell anyone, I'll tell you. And Ilya immediately, everything clenches. And he's like, he's about to say, I'm engaged. And that Rose got them for me. And like all the business. And like, we're so happy together. And we never want to be apart again. I even brought her here today with me. She's just in the room.
And I like, this isn't on page, but there's no way that Ilya is, because it's endearing to him how terrible Shane looks on the regular.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh my God, there's no way that Rose wasn't like, I want to get married to you, but also you have to look better.
Right. I cannot marry this athleisure catastrophe.
Well, especially because it's not even like, there's no way it's sexy athleisure. You know what I mean? There's no way. It is like...
He just is never out of Under Armour, basically. Like, that's what he does all the time. And like sweatpants or track pants, you know?
Yeah. So he tells him that it's that, though, and Ilya's like... Oh,
yeah, that he hired a personal stylist.
Stylist?
Ilya loves it. Ilya bursts into laughter, and he's like, no, I fucking love it. That's so cute.
That's hilarious.
And then he's like, oh, is it because Rose Landry always looks so nice? And Shane is like, well, you know, yeah, her friends were really always really well dressed when we went out, but, you know, that's not why. And Ilya is like, you know, English is my second language, but I can't help but notice all the past tense in the way he's talking about Rose Landry, and I'm pretty excited about it. And so Ilya's like, oh, are you not together anymore? Ilya says he's so concernicus for his friend.
Oh?
What?
Oh? Are you?
No.
How you? What is happening? What do you mean?
Shane just says, no, we weren't compatible. And Ilya's like, oh. And then Shane goes, yeah, I better go say hi to everybody else. And Ilya has to cover his mouth because of the goofy ass grin.
Smiling.
He cannot hold it in. He can't hold it in.
Oh my God. It's so cute.
And like the banter before
I'm sorry,
this
I'm
even
having
was
a
good.
moment.
I hear you. No, I know. They're so cute. And it like only gets cuter from here. And it's bullshit. And Rachel Reid is a wizard. And I'm mad about it.
Melody, you know what? Like we could have forced ourselves to make this book a one-parter. But I am so glad that we're making it a two-parter. I'm suddenly realizing because now we just get to we got to glory in the hot, angry sex last time.
Yeah.
And now this time, we just get to roll around like a pig in cute shit. You know?
Romance slop is what we get to do.
So cute.
They're so cute. Yeah, before that, one of the other, like, all-star dudes came over and, like, had them both in headlocks being like, this is what it's all about. Because this is the first time they're going to be on the same team together. And it's basically what all of their wet dreams are made of, you know? And so then they're like, oh, yeah, ha. And then Shane looks at Ilya and he's like, I bet we're going to get a lot of that this weekend. And Ilya goes, you know, they should probably let us get to know each other. We might have something in common. Ilya, yeah. Don't make me blush in public right now.
Oh my God. And then there's this pool scene where we get to see Ilya like swimming with these kids and racing with them. And he tells
bad boy,
these
rock
kids,
star, hockey boy Ilya playing with children. Like a posse of them. A whole gaggle of children. Young'uns. Wee ones.
And it's so cute because he's like, all right, we're going to race. And if y'all win, then I'll get everybody a candy bar out of the vending machine.
And he says,
so
Hollander,
they dive in the water.
watch these cheaters and make sure they don't cheat. He says, because he just wants a reason for Hollander to have his eyes on him. You know what I mean?
And then Ilya pretends to get attacked by a shark, and so he loses. And then he gets out of the pool, and he's like, oh no, I don't have my money. So he comes over to Shane, and he's like, I need you to front me money. And then gives him hell for being a cheap bastard. But meanwhile, they're both just staring at how hot and wet each other are.
Well, yeah, because then in front of God and everybody and all the children and every hockey player in existence, Ilya comes over and he, like, wrestles him a little bit with his wet ab body. You know, his pectorals and stuff. He's all wet and woo. And then he gets Shane all wet, and then he's standing in front of him being like, OMG, look at that gingham shirt cling to all those abs. And Hollander, meanwhile, can't handle his whole life. Yeah! They can't handle their whole life. It's... I like have chills right now. I have chills all over my body.
I have goosebumps.
Meanwhile, Ilya is like, oh my God, do you remember that time when they were at that press conference? I don't remember if we told listener this or not last week, but when they were in their first, like one of the first press conferences together, they asked Ilya how he would feel about playing on the same team as Shane. And he says, well, as long as Shane doesn't mind moving over so that I'm the star center, then that's totally fine.
Yeah, we didn't say that. And then listener, now on All Stars, he takes right wing so that Shane can be the center forward.
And he's so happy to do it, listener. Okay, he's like, oh my God. He's just, I mean, because this is his goddamn dream. He gets to be on the same line as Shane, and he's never immediately gelled with another hockey player in the way that they gel. They're just telepathic with each other, and the way their bodies move together.
They're two people, one brain.
Yes, it's like that left winger doesn't even exist, and nobody feels bad about it. Okay, it's just Rosnov and Hollander out there just bipping and bopping on each other.
They
zipping and zapping,
making a goal with an assist and all of that, and they're so excited. And Ilya hugs him on the ice and kisses his cheek.
He gives him a big ol' smackaroo right on the cheek, to the point that Shane is like, "What is it? What was that, dude?" And he's just like,
well, and the crowd thinks that he's just being obnoxious, Ilya, but he was just so happy that he couldn't contain himself.
He couldn't stop everybody. And then Shane is like, what the fuck, dude? And he just gives him this like sultry smile, and one shoulder like shrugs, and he just goes, good goal, and then skates away like the sexy motherfucker he is.
And then after the game, though, everyone goes out for food and drinks together, and Shane ends up on the beach alone, and Ilya finds him, and now they're sitting on the beach together, like looking out at the ocean.
They're still them, because he says, oh, here, I found you, Ilya says. And then Shane goes, you were looking for me? And Ilya says, no.
Never. Not I.
They're never going to not be them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The best TV comes in many forms, from real-life mysteries to blockbuster dramas, family favorites, and buzzworthy reality shows. Philo makes it easy to stream them all with one simple, affordable subscription. For just $33 a month, Philo offers more than 70 live channels, including favorites like AMC, A&E, MTV, Discovery, and Nickelodeon, plus on-demand TV like the entire AMC Plus library. Whatever the mood, there's always something new to uncover. Philo subscribers also get access to HBO Max Basic with ads and Discovery Plus at no extra cost, along with unlimited DVR that saves shows for up to a year. No long contracts, no complicated setup, just endless entertainment ready to stream anytime. Ready for a better way to bundle all the TV you love? Get started at philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv. Your next obsession is waiting.
And then he's been being really careful because Shane has been, because he knows that he has feelings. He knows he has feelings for Ilya now. So he's been really careful this whole weekend.
Of course.
And then Ilya inches his hand across the sand so that their
touches their thumbs.
are touching.
Or their pinkies. Who knows? One of them
an
digits.
Outside finger.
That's the one.
It's definitely an outside finger that has touched the other person's penis.
Yeah, yes, of course. And maybe they're overlapping a little bit, like hooked almost. You know what I mean?
Bit. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And if anybody
and then Shane
looked
says,
out,
that
they wouldn't even. It's so not noticeable that nobody would actually notice that they're touching. They'd be like,
subtle.
oh, that just happens because Oh my god.
Then he's like, what room are you in? Because I have something I really want to talk to you about. And so Ilya tells him, and then he immediately leaves. And Shane misses the feel of whichever digit was touching just then. He misses the feel of it, and he wants to reach for him, but he can't because he's got to go. He's got to go and meet him in that hotel room. Then Ilya's pacing around in his hotel room, thinking to himself, did he actually want to talk to me? Or is this code for really good dick sucking? It could be anything.
Oh my god. And then Shane gets there though, knock, and he walks in and he sits down on the edge of the bed, and Ilya's like, oh no.
This is serious.
What's happening? This is serious. And Shane's like,
he's like, no, it's not serious. Shut up. I just have to get my thoughts. Shut up. Which is also really funny.
He's like, do you feel the same way I do about the last time we were together?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm a dick nose. When they were sitting with those thumbs hooked or those pinkies.
This is why this is a two-parter. Feral. We are feral gremlin people.
Gremlins. When they were sitting on that beach with one of those digits hooked, Ilya told Shane that he looked up what compatible means because he thought he knew what it meant, but he wanted to be for sure. And Shane is at first he doesn't know what he's referencing. And then he's like, oh yeah, with Rose. Yeah, we weren't compatible. And then that turns into, actually, I really want to talk to you about something. Oh! So now Shane looks at him and he tells him that I'm gay. And Ilya giggles a little bit. And he's like, what tipped you off, bud? Last time my dick was in your mouth, it felt pretty gay. and Shane is no, you're not gay.
No. Yeah, you like a dick in your mouth because, to be clear, listener, Ilya is a champion dick sucker.
Yeah.
But that's not what he's saying.
No. He's saying I exclusively, I think, like men, but more than that, I'm we find out later, he pretty much exclusively likes Ilya, period, the end. Because I agree with you. I think there's a big argument to be made about Shane being more demisexual than even homosexual, you know? But that's just his overall preference is cock. But yeah, anyway, so he says I think I'm gay. And then Ilya's like, okay, well, why are you telling me this? Because, listener, Ilya is scared now. He's been scared. He knows they've both been telling themselves got to stop this. We've got to break up. I've got to put an end to this, like, arrangement. So Shane says, like, okay, well, the last time we were together, did you feel it too? And Ilya's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And Shane's like, look, man, this is hard enough for me without you being an absolute dick nose. So, like, I think you felt it too. It was different. It was nice the last time we were together. And remember, that was when, like, he asked him to stay over and they snuggled. And then there was a tuna melts and they were talking about stuff and, like, snuggling on the couch. And then he said his name for the first time as he came. Ilya said Shane as he came for the first time. And, like, it was a big momentous step in their relationship, right? And so Ilya's like, yeah, sure, but, like, what do you want? And he says, well, would you want to be together if we could? And Ilya's like, it doesn't matter because we can't. I can't, for sure. Like, more than anything else, I can't, because I'll never be able to go back to Russia.
Yeah, it's not hockey. It's homeland related.
Yeah.
Like, I will never be able to go back there.
Yeah.
But then they end up, like, realizing, like, well, what if I'm okay with being a secret, basically?
Yeah.
And we'll keep it a secret? And they're like, they just start making out.
Ilya, wait, no. Hold on. Ilya tells Shane that he looks really fucking good. And he's sitting on the hotel room floor against the wall. And so Shane puts down his ginger ale right next to Ilya's Coke, I'll have you know.
It comes sits on his lap.
Over. He straddles him. Hit him. It says, Ilya gave in and reached for him. As soon as he had Shane in his arms, he was done for. He leaned forward and took his mouth. It felt different this time as he wrapped his arms around Shane's back and pulled him close against his body. Shane's hands cradled Ilya's face as he kissed him with the force of everything they had almost said out loud. And then it cuts to, like, them after cuddling. And once again, Ilya asks him to stay. And Shane is like, it's too risky. And then Ilya looks Shane dead in his beautiful face, and he asks him, when will I have you for as long as I want? And then Shane says, I don't know, as soon as possible. Ilya says, let's go on a trip after the Stanley Cup. After I win the
Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And Shane's like, fuck you. And he's like, well, what if you come to my cabin?
No. Nope.
If you come...
That does not happen yet. Nope. No.
Melody.
It doesn't happen yet.
In this scene. It happens in this scene.
No, it for sure does not. Prove it to me, read it. It does not.
He does, because Ilya says no, he has to go back to Russia.
No, Ilya says we should go to Fiji or whatever, and then Shane says no, it only takes one Canadian tourist to snap a pic, and then it's everywhere. And that's it, because no, they do not. No, find it. He does not.
Fuck
Google
you.
it right now. Please do.
Fuck
Prove
you,
me wrong.
Melody. I'm Googling this
because
right
I swear to
now.
God, he doesn't say come to the cabin. He doesn't invite him until Ilya's in Moscow after his dad dies. I swear
he
on
does
everything.
Because Ilya says no. You bastard.
No way. Really? No.
Yes.
Because I don't think Shane would say it again if he got, like, hardcore turned down. I don't think he would be able to muster the gumption to invite him again.
He doesn't ask him to come the second time. Ilya calls him in the Moscow thing. No, that's not how... Okay, stop. Stop, you're fucking me all up. Give me 2 seconds.
Do whatever you want over there, okay? Google whatever you need to Google, Sabrina, to say that I'm right and you're wrong. I read it 2 more times since we recorded. Does not happen until 62% of the way in
oh my God, you're right. They're talking about where they're going this summer, and he says,
"How do you like me? How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way." Do you still doubt my prowess with the day-to-day?
I don't doubt it, but I don't like it. I don't doubt it, but I don't like it.
Fair. That's fair.
I don't like being proven wrong.
Especially when you do it to yourself. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, you deserve this because there have been so many times this year alone where like I've been like, it don't happen that way, and you're like,
no,
you with your whole chest, you're like,
with my whole chest,
does. And then I look it up, and I'm like, in this book alone, I was like, Shane won, and you're like, no,
or like Shane was the first draft pick or whatever, and you were like, nah, bitch, sit down,
yeah, take a fucking sit.
Yeah. Anyway, so he says, like, let's go to Fiji. It doesn't matter. He's like, are you going to go back to Russia? He's like, probably. And then he says, oh my God. He says, I have to go. Ilya hates it. But then he gets up and Shane gets dressed. And then Ilya looks like he wants to say something to Shane as he's going to the door. And then he says, good night, Shane. And then Shane says, good night, Ilya. And he checks outside in the hallway and nobody's there. And so the last line of that chapter, I think, is something to the effect of, nobody was in the hallway, so nobody saw the smile that nearly split Shane's face in half at hearing Ilya saying his first name.
You and your steel trap, Melody. I'm literally looking at that page right now. And he checked to make sure the hallway was empty, then slipped out of Ilya's room. Because the hall was empty, no one saw the smile that nearly split Shane's face in half.
This guy! Yeah.
Oh my God. So they end up like we have like
month
kind of montage-y times where they're having.
Or are we going to talk about every single one of them? I don't know. These are the questions I ask myself.
Melody, we didn't even banter, and we're only 24. We're already 24 minutes into recording, and we're only 54% into the book.
But hold on, whoa.
Julie Garwood.
I counter.
Let
me counter real quick. Another fact. I'm going to do another contextual fact. We did already get through 2 chapters. You know what I'm saying? So,
Melody, it's not even the meat and potatoes of the rest of this book. If there's anything we're going to sit here and scream about for a really long time, we haven't even hit it.
I know. Okay, well, the important thing is that Ilya randomly, for the first time in their entire acquaintance, texts Shane about hockey for the first time, like the next month.
To just talk, to just
gossip about hockey. It's so cute.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Shane signs off with an emoji with sunglasses, and then Ilya signs off with a kissy face emoji. And then he daydreams about having phone sex with Shane and wonders to himself, why haven't we ever had sex on video? I wonder. Like, and then he says to himself, I just need enough time to get Shane out of my system for good, as if that's possible. You know what I mean? Okay, now it's March 2017, same season, next month. It's really late in the season. And so their sort of like unspoken agreement is that once it gets closer to playoffs, they don't see each other anymore because it's just the race to the cup.
Yeah.
And so Shane is really, really surprised when in March, during like their last game, or like, you know, one of their last games against each other before
their last
playoffs.
Game, Ilya is like, come to my apartment. And Shane's
come
like,
over.
The game is tonight.
I couldn't possibly. And Ilya's like, 1 hour, I'll make it good enough for you. And Shane is like, no, there's so many reasons that I can't come over, he thought to himself, as he grabbed his jacket and walked out the door.
And then Ilya opens the door and his words are, I thought you were not coming. And Shane's like, yeah, well,
here I am. Silver platter, right for you.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, and then as they're like trading BJs, Shane thinks to himself, there's something off with Ilya. And he can't figure out what it is. And so after everything, he asks Ilya, like, hey, I know we don't really talk to each other, but are you okay? And Ilya finally, after being like, you should go, And then Shane going, okay, but like, you know, you can tell me if there's anything going on. Finally, Ilya's like, I told you my dad is dying of Alzheimer's, and he's so close to death that like his stepmother is now planning, you know, because like what her next steps are, because apparently there isn't much left in the old daddy-o's coffers right now. Mm-hmm. So she keeps on calling Ilya to ask for money, just like his brother does as well. And it just fucking blows. And then Shane says, well, open invitation. You can text me, call me, whatever you need, anytime to talk about anything you want. And he even says, or, you know, if we're in the same town, like, we can meet up to talk instead of. And then Ilya goes, instead of? And he goes, in addition to. And Ilya's like, I like that much more. Yes. Uh-huh. And then he says, I'm really sorry about how badly we're going to fuck your team up tonight. And Ilya's like, no chance, Hollander. And then he makes sure that Boston wins the game. Oh, it's so
not a trouncing, but a respectable 2-goal lead.
That's right. That's right.
Ilya scored twice. Yeah. Shane had scored once. Ilya's favorite kind of game. I love this so much because, like, this idea that, like, them being in love, and this tracks through the rest of the book, because at one point when some things happen, this is, you know, a spoiler, but like, Shane's mom's like, have you been letting him win? And they're like, no, never. That's not even close to a thing. We are way too competitive.
Yeah, I take great joy in kicking his ass from here to anywhere, frankly. Like, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Well, and they've never hooked up right before a game. And so afterwards, Shane is not really sure what's going on, but he would like to get a text from Ilya saying, like, we should get together even though we've already stolen an hour together.
But Ilya gets a call from his brother and he answers the phone, and then we cut from Ilya's point of view and we're now in Shane's point of view, and Ilya's just gone. He doesn't text, he doesn't do anything, and then he's not even at the next game.
Can I read you a little bit of his inner monologue before we find out that he doesn't text, though? Is that possible? Is that okay with you?
Okay. Yeah. Because, like, Melody, it honestly should be illegal how many quotes I have for the rest of this book.
I hear you. Yeah, I know.
I feel like this is a felony in some states.
Right? There's copyright infringement somewhere in there, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely like... Whenever we read books like this, Melody, I legitimately have the thought, I'm like, man, I should really talk to a lawyer and find out what copyright infringement like constitutes. Like, what is the laws, especially because this is 2 separate episodes, so, like, technically it's 2 separate things. But, hey, Rachel Reid, we're so sorry.
But also not
Please don't sue us.
Please don't sue us. We're doing the gospel work or whatever. You know what I mean? We're just shouting you from the rooftops. This is with the most respect we can possibly muster.
We're shouting it from somebody accidentally turning on their Bluetooth while their children and or coworkers are in their car.
Also
that's most often how we hear people accidentally spread the HB gospel.
It's true. That's why my phone is not connected to either of my cars. With the amount of smut I listen to, whether it's books or podcasts or whatever, like, I don't even take the chance. It is not connected to a car.
Mm-hmm.
The holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of the year to save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back from your favorite stores on top of holiday sales. That's savings on savings. With Rakuten, you can get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. From toys for the kids, to kitchen gear for the person who loves to cook, to electronics for everyone. You can even save on something for yourself. Just shop the stores you love, and cash back is automatically added to your account. And you can get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership rewards instead of cash back. It's truly a no-brainer. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's Rakuten. Terms and conditions apply.
The best TV comes in many forms, from real-life mysteries to blockbuster dramas, family favorites, and buzzworthy reality shows. Philo makes it easy to stream them all with one simple, affordable subscription. For just $33 a month, Philo offers more than 70 live channels, including favorites like AMC, A&E, MTV, Discovery, and Nickelodeon, plus on-demand TV like the entire AMC Plus library. Whatever the mood, there's always something new to uncover. Philo subscribers also get access to HBO Max Basic with ads and Discovery Plus at no extra cost, along with unlimited DVR that saves shows for up to a year. No long contracts, no complicated setup, just endless entertainment ready to stream anytime. Ready for a better way to bundle all the TV you love? Get started at philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv. Your next obsession is waiting.
Okay, so he's hoping that he gets a text from Ilya after the game, but he doubts it. He thought maybe Ilya felt the same way about their, well, not relationship, but arrangement? That maybe Ilya liked spending time with Shane? That they weren't just doing this because it was, in its own complicated way, convenient, or dirty, or wrong, or irresistibly hot. That maybe Ilya's stomach fluttered with excitement too, every time their teams were scheduled to meet. That maybe Ilya was also sometimes randomly struck by a memory of a teasing remark or a smile, or of gentle fingers stroking his hair, and would have to hide his giddy little smile. That maybe he watched Shane's games and was secretly proud when Shane did well. That's how Shane felt when Ilya had a good night, which was ridiculous. So anyway, he doesn't get a text from Ilya, and it is because his dad has died. But we don't know that because it's the next day, and Shane overhears two of his teammates being like, hey, did you hear that Rosanov didn't go to their game? Like in the next city they were leaving
for undisclosed reasons.
Yeah.
Well, and so he ends up calling Ilya, and he's never done that. And Ilya answers, and he's like, I'm home. And Shane's like, home? Why are you home?
Are you
like,
sick?
Boston? And Ilya's like, no, Russia.
Moscow.
My dad died.
Yeah.
And so Ilya is going through this like really hard moment where that was literally the only thing still tying him to Moscow and like his homeland. And he's like kind of relieved because this is over. And now he can just make the commitment to, I don't ever have to come back here. Like I'll get rid of my apartment and give it to my brother. Like I don't have to do anything with any of this. And he's basically like, I'll be back with my team by the end of the week. I'll be back, but I can't talk right now. And then Shane's like, okay, well, if you need anything, I'm here. Please, and then a couple of days later, Shane gets a text message from Ilya saying, are you alone? Can you talk? And Shane's like, yes, obviously. So he goes and hides in a stairwell.
Yeah.
And then he gets a call from Ilya, and Ilya's really emotional. The funeral was that day, and Ilya's emotional, and he's like, I'm so sorry, like, English is just really hard right now because everything's going on, and Shane is like... I
loved that. It was such a good reminder because I keep forgetting that it's not only that Ilya's second language is English, but he's still, like, to the point where, like, things are a little wishy-washy sometimes when it comes to his internal translation. And I kept forgetting that throughout the book.
Well, he's only been here 5 years. And so, like, he's good at English, but...
Yeah, there's another time when they're talking and they're, like, in the same room, and he's like, Hollander, get to the point. Like, what is that word? I'm tired. Like, it's really tough right now. I'm so tired.
Yeah, you're using way too much big English words right now. I really need you to dumb it down, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't have the energy for this, my love. Jesus.
I'm sleepy and I'm Russian, okay? I need you to back off.
Yeah, so he keeps on being like, you know, I'm not good. And he's like, I don't know, English is hard right now.
And Shane says, well, why don't you just tell me in Russian then, and I'll just listen. And Ilya does. And then he just rambles in Russian for like a while. And then he ends up being like, okay, I am done. And Shane is like, okay. But more importantly, Ilya, while he waited for it, he tried not to imagine scenarios where Shane would somehow translate every word that Ilya had just said. Mostly he had just been ranting about his family, but he had included an admission that he wished things could have been different with his father, that he had stupidly always hoped that his father might tell him that he was proud of him. That admission would have been embarrassing enough, but Ilya had also slipped in and on top of everything, I'm pretty sure I'm in love with you, and I don't know what to do about it. It was saying those words out loud, even more than venting his frustrations about his family, that had truly made Ilya feel lighter.
Yes. Oh my God. And this is when Shane tells him you should come to the cottage this summer. Because
yes,
Ilya says, like, I don't even know that I have anything left here to come back for, really. Like, everybody sucks.
And Ilya says he'll think about it.
Yeah, he says he'll think about it.
Oh my God, there's also a point where Shane says, should you really be alone right now?
Yes.
I am not alone, Ilya said. You are here now. Yes. Shane's hand flew to his chest to make sure that his heart was still beating.
And
he
so did mine.
Have sworn it had just melted into a gooey puddle. He wished he could warp to Moscow, just instantly appear in Ilya's apartment and hold him and tell him it was all right to be conflicted about his father's death. Instead, he said, yeah, I'm here.
This is also the conversation that after this, he thinks to himself, that's one of our first conversations where, like, nothing sexual came up. And realizes
we didn't even talk about hockey.
Yeah, and he realizes that's what he wants with Ilya. Like, he said he would trade a lot of their sexual encounters just for that one moment of actual emotional intimacy. And he just knows he can never have it, y'all. And it's really sad but cute and terrible and wonderful and the worst. So then the next day, when Ilya's done with the funeral stuff, he's in his condo. He's flying back to the U.S. tomorrow morning. And so he asks Shane if he wants to video chat. And just to make sure that Shane knows that they are on the same page, Ilya takes off his shirt before Shane answers.
It's time for sexy times. And Shane answers, and he was reading in bed, and he has glasses on, and Ilya is so into nerdy Shane Hollander.
Oh my God.
And so was I.
So was I.
I am also here for nerdy Shane Hollander.
Yeah. And we get so much in this scene because, to be clear, it's just a mutual masturbation scene, right? But so much is covered with the way that they're speaking to each other because first, Ilya's like, I want to see more of you. And so they start this whole thing with basically like their torsos showing. And so their heads are cut off. So you can see like all the sexy bits or whatever. And finally, it gets to the point where Shane says, hey, Ilya, do you think it would be okay if I just looked at your face instead? I think I'd rather just see your face. And it says that Ilya is so glad that his face is not on camera right now because he's sure that he got the goofiest look on his face, thinking about how sweet Shane is. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, Shane. And so they look at each other as if they're face to face laying down while doing this. We get
oh my God,
Shane's sexual history.
To the finish line.
No, but first we get Shane's sexual history. Remember?
Oh my God, yes. Well, no, yeah. very importantly, they're looking at each other's faces now. You are very beautiful, Ilya said. Shane smiled without opening his eyes. Come on, is the truth. Your freckles.
Oh my God, your freckles.
I am nuts about them. I have no idea why. I hate them. No. Ilya moaned. Hollander, they are stunning. Stunning? Yes. Am I not
Is the right
using
word?
that word right? Very
breath?
beautiful. Take my breath. And he says, the first time I met you, those freckles. The first time? You mean at the World Juniors in Saskatchewan? Yes.
Mhm.
You were such a dick to me. I did
Yes.
not like you.
I did not like you.
Just your freckles. And then Ilya's like, you love praise. And
you're really stingy with it.
And then he says, you're very attractive, Ilya. Shane said in an exaggerated, placating tone. Not good enough.
Not good
I
enough.
want details.
Yeah.
Shane opened his eyes and rolled them and said, that crooked fucking smile of yours. I can't even tell you. That smile haunts me. Haunts you?
Like a ghost?
Like a ghost? That doesn't sound like a good thing. And he says, it is. And your eyes. I love your eyes. So romantic, Hollander. Fuck you. You asked for compliments. Are you even doing anything down there? Or am I the only one doing any work?
Yeah. And then we find out that Shane has had 2 other sexual experiences with men. One of them, he was looking for, he thought he found what he needed when they were on a trip to Mexico. And then Ilya goes, who are you looking for? Big, strong top? And then he says, and was he what you needed? And Shane says, well, no, he wasn't, because he wasn't. And then Ilya's like, what?
No,
what?
and then
he has to hear it.
Did he hurt you?
Yeah, did he hurt you? Who did
Oh,
that?
Ilya's about to go find that man in Mexico and wreck him. And then Shane says, no, he wasn't, you.
Oh, everybody. Oh. Yeah, and then there was like a blowjob in LA or whatever, and he was terrified the whole time.
Oh my God. Well, and then instead of racing to the finish line as far as orgasms are concerned, they decide to see how long they can hold off. Mm-hmm. And then like now it's time. Shane can't hold off anymore. And Ilya is so happy. Like, he's like, man, normally I'd want to be able to see that. But also, like, I love seeing Shane's face when he comes. And then Shane, they come together. And then Shane is like, wow, that was ginormous. But Ilya flops on his back, stares up at the ceiling. Mm-hmm. I'm fucked, he murmured in Russian. I am so fucking in love, and it's horrible.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So now
so much.
Now we're fast forwarding to the next month, April 2017, and they're in Montreal for the final match of the season. And so Shane approaches Ilya before the game starts to be like, hey, are you okay? And are we on for later on tonight? And Ilya says, yeah, same place. And Shane says, yep. And then he sees Ilya's jaw like tense about the fact that they're going to the fuck pad and not to Shane's actual home because he really wants to see what is in bed. He wants to be in Shane's regular space.
Shane's bed?
Yeah. Oh, then we're in Ilya's head and he's like chasing Shane around the ice rink for the puck. They're crashing into the boards together. They're stealing the puck from each other. He's like, Shane's a better stick handler, but I'm a faster skater. And at one point, Shane breaks away with the puck and he gives him like a cute, kind of flirty look over his shoulder, like, come get it. Ilya is so into it, and then it's like in slow motion. He sees Shane going toward the boards, and he sees one of his teammates going at Shane, and there is this terrible collision. Mm-hmm. Shane gets hit in the head bone monumentally, and it scares Ilya to death. He's like, oh my, like, is he dead?
He can't even do anything. Like, he skates up to him and they're like, okay, buddy, you need a backup. And he's like, no, that's my love. I have to be there.
And so then we're in Shane's point of view, like waking up groggy on the ice. And he's like, Ilya. And then he hears the paramedics and he hears Ilya say, is he okay? And Shane's like, tell him he's like, Ilya. And Shane says out loud, Ilya, they can see us.
I just got full bloody goosebumps.
I know. Tell him I'm okay. Because he doesn't want him to worry about him anymore.
Well, so then the next day, it's in the hospital. They're about to fly out. And Ilya rationalizes this by, it's normal for captains to
team
go
captain. Yeah.
visit a injured player on the other team to make sure that they're okay and that it's fine. Everything's
Sportsman
fine. So
stuff.
he gets there and they end up having this like conversation. Shane's like, I'm okay. And Ilya admits that he was scared.
Mm-hmm.
And he brushes his fingers gently against Shane's face.
They hold hands.
Oh my God.
And then Shane says, I really want you to think about coming to the cottage this summer. And Ilya says, I'll think about it. And then they get interrupted by a terrible nurse who shouldn't be at work that day, I say.
Well, also, importantly of note, like, before this game, Ilya had been realizing, like, I'm in love and there's no way that this can end happily, and I really need to end this. This is like, this has to be over. But then
that was his plan for that night.
This happens, and he's like, well, I mean, like, you can't break up with a wounded person. You know? That's not good. That's not
okay.
right.
And Shane asks him what his plans are. He's like, well, I'm going to be busy winning the Stanley Cup. But he thinks to himself, all I want to do is tell Shane that I'll move in with him and I'll help him recover and I'll make him sandwiches and we'll watch hockey together. I'll be his private nurse for his whole recovery, but I can't do that because playoff Stanley Cup stuff.
The holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of the year to save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back from your favorite stores on top of holiday sales. That's savings on savings. With Rakuten, you can get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. From toys for the kids, to kitchen gear for the person who loves to cook, to electronics for everyone. You can even save on something for yourself. Just shop the stores you love and cashback is automatically added to your account. And you can get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership rewards instead of cashback. It's truly a no-brainer. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's RAKUTEN. Terms and conditions apply.
The best TV comes in many forms, from real-life mysteries to blockbuster dramas, family favorites, and buzzworthy reality shows. Philo makes it easy to stream them all with one simple, affordable subscription. For just $33 a month, Philo offers more than 70 live channels, including favorites like AMC, A&E, MTV, Discovery, and Nickelodeon, plus on-demand TV like the entire AMC Plus library. Whatever the mood, there's always something new to uncover. Philo subscribers also get access to HBO Max Basic with ads and Discovery Plus at no extra cost, along with unlimited DVR that saves shows for up to a year. No long contracts, no complicated setup, just endless entertainment ready to stream anytime. Ready for a better way to bundle all the TV you love? Get started at philo.tv. That's PHILO.tv. Your next obsession is waiting.
And then, listener, there's some things dropped that made me know what was coming at this game. Because I had read the first book at this point, and so there were things dropped like Shane's mom being like, oh yeah, like New York's probably gonna win the cup. Scott Hunter's determined to win the ball, like all these things. And then all I could think was kiss, 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 kiss. Gay kiss is coming live on NHL watching times.
Yes. Yeah. So he's like watching Ilya play. And then at that Stanley Cup final, he realizes like, oh, well, and they're texting because Ilya has been knocked out of the playoffs like a couple of weeks before. Mm-hmm. So they're texting during this Stanley Cup final. And they're both like, lame ass Scott Hunter is going to be Stanley Cup champion. Can't believe it. Also, everybody, Now that I've also read the first and third books twice, everybody can shut the fuck up about Scott Hunter. He's perfect. And I do not need anybody calling him lame or boring or anything else because I love him and he's the best. Anyway, yeah, they watch as Scott Hunter kisses his boyfriend on the ice after like holding up the Stanley Cup. And Shane texts Ilya and he's like, "Are you seeing this?" And then Ilya calls Shane, and without saying anything else,
there
he
was
just says,
only one
yes.
ring before. Holy shit, Ilya! Can you believe I'm coming to the cottage?
Yes. Fast forward July 2017, and this is really where everything changes, okay, everybody?
Well, it's also of note, this is right after Shane could tell something was up with Ilya, and he was afraid that Ilya was going to end things before all of this. And now he's like, cottage.
And, y'all, Ilya has promised to stay for 2 whole weeks.
Yep.
That is the plan. And so Shane picks Ilya up at the Ottawa airport and they like make the couple of hour drive to the cottage. They both acknowledge that like they're scared shitless about this for so many reasons. They're like, I'm so scared, but also I'm so glad we're doing this.
They're like having the most awkward small talk. Shane's like, yeah, I got groceries, so we won't really have to leave a whole lot. And like, yeah, and like this is gonna be great, and like it's completely private, so like we don't even have to like ever see people. I told people that I'm on a personal like homebound meditation retreat, so
he told
like,
his
they won't
parents
even come
that
bother us.
Yeah,
and like
he told his parents that because they live like 10 minutes away. And Rosanov says, "Have you ever lied to your parents before?" And Shane is like, "I mean, probably, but like not often, and not, you know." He's like, "You're a good son. You love them so much."
Shane is carrying Ilya's bag in, and Ilya's like, "I can carry my own bag. I'm not your like fading aunt, okay?"
Yeah.
Like,
meanwhile, Shane is just talking about anything else as Ilya is like punching in. "I can carry the bag. No, I can carry the bag." And then they get inside.
And Shane's like, "So this is the house, and this is like all of these things, and like,
tap
oh,
water
look at
is
that,
really
beautiful."
good.
And Ilya just walks up to him, and he's
like a panther, Sabrina, like a panther,
just like. And Shane is getting more and more awkward and like saying other more random things, and Ilya's like, "I'm not here for this. I'm here for this." And then he just grabs Shane's face and starts making out with him.
Then they end up on the couch. Shane is on top of him. They're making out. They're grinding on each other. It seems like Shane is going to go for Ilya's cock. And then Shane says, I've been waiting. I've been waiting so long for this, Shane says. And
I got told, listener.
Yes, that's right. Well, you're going to understand why in just a moment, Sabrina. Shane says, "I've been waiting so long for this." And then Ilya says, "Me too, months." And then Shane says, "Months?" And Ilya's like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have told him that I haven't wanted to be with anyone else since we saw each other last in April." And he tells Ilya that he hasn't hooked up with anybody else, and that has never, ever been part of the agreement or expectation or anything else. Usually Shane doesn't hook up with other people, but Ilya always does. And Shane understands that. So he looks at Ilya and he says, "What do you mean, months?" And he's like, "Yeah, since the last time we saw each other." And he like brushes his hair back away from his face. And that's when he says, "I have an idea."
"I have an idea," Shane said. He was brushing his thumb over Ilya's bottom lip as he said it. "What?" Ilya asked with more bravery than he felt. "Let's be honest with each other. For these 2 weeks, let's just say what we're actually thinking. Maybe say how we really feel." "I can't," Ilya wanted to say. "I can't because if I do, you'll think I'm pathetic, or worse, you'll say it back, and then what the fuck are we supposed to do?"
And then what are we gonna do?
"I will try," he said instead. Will you? Shane asks skeptically. Yes, I will do anything if it makes you touch my dick right now. And it's like, oh, they're back.
They're back.
They're back.
Back and better than ever. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they hook up on the couch, and then as they're, like, going through the rest of the house, Ilya says, so are you going to, like, show me to my room? And Shane's like...
Well, I have 4 guest rooms, Shane said, playing along. Would you like one with a view? I need one with a king-size bed. They all have king-size beds. And an ensuite bathroom. Oh, I'm afraid there's only one room with an ensuite bathroom. I have very specific needs. I'll try to be accommodating. By the way, they are kissing now and murmuring
He's saying
into
it
each other's
against
mouths.
his lips. Yeah.
And then he says, I want to sleep in your bed, Shane Hollander. And then Shane says, I want to do lots of things in my bed. And Ilya
says, show me. Take
show
me to bed. Take me to bed. And when
Oh my God, these gay disasters!
I love them. I love them. So earlier on in the book, when he was daydreaming about having video sex with Shane, we got a whole page where Ilya imagined what Shane's bedroom would look like, to the point where he was like, I bet on the dresser there's a picture of his mom and dad, and then he mentally replaces it with a signed picture of himself. And he's going through his room being like this, like, because he's seen Shane's bedroom in Montreal on video, and it, like, basically could have been a hotel room, you know? There's not, like, a personal stamp on it. But there is here. And so he's looking at this whole room, walking around, being like, I'm in Shane Hollander's bedroom. What he's been dreaming about for fucking years at this point. And so and I mean, you know, there is a picture of his mom and dad on the dresser.
Oh my God. And
Ilya
he flips it. He flips it to face down because he's like, wouldn't want to shock them.
I don't want to. Yeah. Oof. And then as they're sitting on the bed, Shane says, it's really surreal to have you here. And Ilya goes, good or bad? And Shane says, good. It is so good to have you here. And Ilya just attacks him onto the bed. And they're making out. And he says, Shane Hollander, I want to fuck you in your bed. And Shane's like, oh, yeah, I've been looking forward to this for months. And then Ilya says, I've been looking forward to it for years. And Shane's like, years? What are you talking about? And he says, yeah, I've always wanted to be in your bed, to be in your space, to have that, like, even more intimate connection. But you wouldn't let me come to your house in Montreal. And Shane says, wait, but you know that's not why, right? Like, of course I want you with me, but I just wanted to keep what we have safe. And Ilya's like, yeah, I guess so. And then Shane is like, well, get those pants off because it's gonna happen right now.
I'm making up for lost time, baby.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Ilya gives him shit about the fact that he doesn't have any sex toys there. And he's like, oh, is your collection back in Montreal? And Shane's like, I don't have a collection. And he goes, oh, Shane, still that one sad dildo.
Melody.
Like, yes.
Melody, I just recently had this exact experience because I was talking to somebody and they were like, you only have these ones? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, haven't you had these for like a decade? And I was like, yeah.
So?
And they were like,
fix what's
Sabrina,
not broken.
You are you're an extremely sexual person. How do you only have these? And I was like, hey, why are you shaming me over my dildo collection right now? How fucking dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was reading this and I was like, Shane, you and I are the fucking same. How dare these people give us shit? How dare they?
How dare they?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what? Why are you gonna fix? Don't fix what ain't broke, okay?
Quite. So They have really, really good sex in that bed. They end up like, I think in the morning, Shane is looking at the way that the light is filtering onto Ilya's perfect body or whatever. It's wonderful. And then
oh my God,
the following evening, what?
Very importantly, at their very first intimate encounter in Shane's bed, Shane tells Ilya to mark him for the first time.
Yes.
Because they've never
this
been able to
in
leave
book one,
hickeys
too.
before.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my God. You
It's
can
so
mark
hot.
him because it'll be gone before he leaves. So no one's going to ask questions.
This happens in book 1, too, when Scott Hunter has to go on an away trip. He marks his boyfriend before he leaves with a big old hickey on his collarbone or something awesome. And he's like, I'm just going to have to give you another one when we get back. I have so many things to read,
Melody. I don't have time to reread this whole series right now.
Look, man, after
time.
this, I can just tell you about books 1 and 3, and you can reminisce for Patreon.
Melody,
it'll be great.
Melody, it's going to have to wait until after you've told me about them for Patreon, but I can feel the reread coming on.
Oh yeah. I've already taken out the rest of the books too. The moment I don't have any other obligations, I'm starting goal, whatever, even goals or something. I don't remember. The one about Eric Bennett.
I know exactly. Oh, trust me, I know exactly
and
which
Kyle.
one you're talking about.
Kyle from book 1. That nerdy little slut. You know what I mean?
I'm real excited for you to read Eric Bennett's book. I'm really excited for you to read all of them. Did you love Ryan Price, Melody?
What?
Did I tell you? Was I right?
Yes.
Did you love Ryan Price's book?
I loved Ryan Price's book so much. I loved the anxiety rep. I loved the taking care of your mental health component. I loved the fact that the sex wasn't the be all end all. Orgasm didn't have to be the goal, and he finally found a partner who completely understood that and is all for it and is completely on board. And this is the first time in Ryan Price's life that he's ever been able to have an actually fulfilling sexual experience, because Fabian talks about it as them playing together. And it completely reframes the sexual act for Ryan. Oh God. It is so good.
And he's protected. Somebody stands up for him for the first time in his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good.
Oh my God, I have full body chills again. Is my house cold? Is that what happened?
No, it's Rachel Reid getting into that bloodstream, Sabrina, okay?
Is it? Because I'm getting a lot of full body chills.
I know.
Oh God. Anyway, it's so good.
So we get sort of a montage of the first
Do people
few
even
days.
like it when we have episodes like this?
I
Where
have
we're just,
no idea.
Fucking dying.
Where we're and where we're exuberant feral cats, about everything. I don't know. Listen, heavingbosoms podcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about episodes where we're really exuberant feral cats.
I feel like all I'm doing, I'm not actually talking about the book. I'm popping in with snippet. I'm popping in with a quote, and the rest of it is just me being ugh.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's valid, God damn it. So the next couple of chapters is like a montage of their cottage experience. And the next evening, Shane is making burgers and Ilya math shames him, which I think was rude and uncalled for, Ilya. Okay?
I have never felt more seen than by both of them simultaneously.
Yes.
Where Ilya is you know that you could have cut this recipe in
Ilya's
half.
why
and
are you
Shane
making
being
burgers?
No, because I am simultaneously both of them in this moment.
Well, and even better than that, Shane says, leave me alone. And then Ilya, out in like the backyard, like on the deck, comes up behind him and puts his arm like around and over his chest. And he says, no, I will not leave you alone. And you don't want me to. And they're just reveling in being able to show affection in this very open way. For the first time, they're in the outdoors, just touching as much as they want. It's so liberating. That's where we're going to stop for today. We'll be back tomorrow for the final part of Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reid. Heaving Bosoms is produced by us, Melody Carlisle and Sabrina Bradley. Editing is done by me, Melody Carlisle. Our theme music is by the incredible singer-songwriter Brittany Fonts, and our art is by the ultra-talented author Kate Pryor. If you like our show, remember to follow us on your favorite podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and leave a review. That one small action is a huge way to help the show. If you want to get in touch with us for advertising inquiries or anything else, you can email us at heavingbosomspodcast@gmail.com. If you want more of us, visit patreon.com/heavingbosomspodcast. You can also find us on Instagram at Heaving Bosoms, on TikTok at Heaving_Bosoms, and in our Facebook group, the Heaving Bosoms Geriatric Friendship Cult. See you tomorrow.